get too trajectory. This ain't this cause I say it respectfully. It's on the eater. I like a speeder. Taking it deeper.
We pledge more than just the beginning. Promise to stay relevant in this fight game. With the Power Warriors Championship, we took our journey globally. Ladies and gentlemen, now we deliver another night, another fight. Succeed in
I
our
got the drive,
commitment
the
of
bus, the
non-stop
truck, the
action
gas
in
is
the
stuck.
octagon.
I ain't the one to rely on
So,
the luck. I
let's
put in
keep
work
on
and then he show
working
up. I know it's
Witness
fake,
the
the shit in
power,
the raps, ain't
feel
no
the
regrets. I
passion,
do too much.
and
It ain't me if you
embrace
saying I
the
stunt.
spirit
He calling the
of
place and I
warriors.
do what he want. This ain't a front.
Welcome
Glory
to
to
the
G.O.D.
Ball
It's
Warriors
what you can do with a
Championship.
mustard seed. It's what you can do when you start to believe. Take fear and you cast it inside of the sea. 100% out of me, cause he gave it all on the tee when he let it bleed. So what is you saying to me? You just insecure about the love that turned me to a beast. I take a step and I ain't turning back. He made me first cause I know that I'm last. I ain't got time for no thinking the past. Learn from it first and then I react. Hands off me, don't hold me. Get it jumping like a trampoline. All truth ain't no trolling. We in good hands, no folding. They say you ain't bout it. Tell them that you finna make it, but they doubt it. But you rolls like a flower. Tell me what it's like to live with superpowers.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome everyone who is in attendance here, and also to those watching at home. We are live here from Family Hall, Kathmandu, Nepal.
मेरो गर्छु त तेरो घर गरे जस्तो हावा नगर भाको नभाको जस्तो सान पट्दिन भाको नभाको गफ बोल्ने नगर जहाँ पाए त्यही खोक्ने नगर मेरो तो फल अरूको टोक्ने नगर अन्त्यमा एउटै तराजुमा छुट्ने नगर पैसा लाग्दैन भन्दैमा खोक्ने नगर अरूको खोज्ने नगर बढी खोक्ने नगर अर्काको बारेमा धेरै सोच्ने नगर खुट्टा तान्दै रोक्ने नगर आँखा तल छुट्ने नगर जिउ ढोक्ने नगर कमाको इज्जत छुट्ने नगर भाउ गर्छ लिलामीमा बेच्ने
David Shankte, he's representing Hillside MMA Khanapara, and Vishal Sao is going to represent Akraman MMA from Sikkim. Sunny Khatri, who is our main event of the night, will be facing Ritesh Paswan. And to just run you through, guys, for the amateur bouts, we have these, my co-commentator for the night.
Guys, like this said, there are 7 fights in the undercard, which are amateur fights. The fights are as follows. We have Ayush Thapa from Pokhara Elite Muay Thai fighting Kunjan Kakshapati from Lock and Roll MMA Kathmandu. We have Sumit Panchal all the way from Warriors Cove, Gurgaon, India, fighting Karma Gurung representing Manlang by the way of Lock and Roll MMA. Then we have Dipesh Saru from another gym from Pokhara Fight Club, fighting our own Prabal Ghale from Lock and Roll Kathmandu. Then we have Deepak Magar from Pokhara Fight Club again versus a 16-year-old Samar Aryal from Lock and Roll MMA. Then we have one female bout tonight, which is Lynn versus Sangeeta Dami. Lynn comes from Meghalaya, and Sangeeta is from Lock and Roll MMA Kathmandu. Then we have a fight between Pokhara and Sikkim. We have Sangam Lamgare from Pokhara fighting Danin Lama from Akraman MMA. Then to kickstart tonight, we have Sunny Shrestha versus Nabaraj Parajuli. Both of them are fighting from Kathmandu. They are local fighters, so they'll be kickstarting the fight. So have fun, sit back, let the people do their work, and let's have a good night, guys. Thank you.
So let's start off from the first fight. From the red corner, Sunny Shrestha.
Get knocked out. My heart on my sleeve, stress, seal my green. That's how I get it. Success ain't no giving. Some days I don't eat, I don't sleep. When I focus, I'm dangerous. Down, wonder when I'm anxious. Ain't no limit till I tank. I'm running on fumes. The opposition don't amaze. The roads racing through the pavement. Get your hands out of my bag. I know that's because I've been in it. I don't need the brag. I guess that's what happens when you taking care of your business. But some family, you do the math. I'm out of my pocket. Houston, we got a problem. I ain't perfect. Let them watch me elevating. Got them nauseous. Cause I'm the pilot in the cockpit. Nose diving in the house. And whoo. Watch out, get ahead, watch out, get ahead, watch out, get ahead. Watch out, set it up, bet you I shut it down, watch out, get a win. I don't think they really wanna come against the winner, got a finger run up in on a grenade. I ain't never been there when you think you can pay. I'm a line, but the winner about the cage. I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get a no call and quits. Yeah, gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets. Yeah, better move out the way cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all it is. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. Success ain't no giving, some days I don't eat, I don't sleep. When I'm focused, I'm dangerous, down, wonder when I'm anxious. Ain't no limit till I tank, I'm running on fumes. The opposition don't amaze, the roads racing through the pavement. Get your hands out of my bag, I know that's because I've been in it. I don't need the brag, I guess that's what happens when you taking care of your business. But some family, you do the math. I'm out of my pocket, Houston, we got a problem. I ain't perfect, let them watch me elevating. Got them nauseous, cause I'm the pilot in the cockpit. Nose diving in the house and whoo.
Watch out, get ahead, watch out, get ahead, watch out, get ahead. Watch out, set it up, bet you I shut it down, watch out, get a win. I don't think they really wanna come against the winner, got a finger run up in on a grenade. I ain't never been there when you think you compare. I'm a line, but the winner about the cage. I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get a no call and quits. Yeah, gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets. Yeah, better move out the way cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all it is. You better move, you might get knocked out.
I would just like to introduce, welcome, good evening everyone to NWC 2. I would like to introduce my co-commentator for the night, Richard Mearns. Man, what's up, brother?
Hey, thank you, Dewiz, thank you. Everything's good, brother. I'm really happy to be here and happy to see this amazing movement for Nepali MMA and see that MMA in Nepal is live and well.
Bro, I would like to welcome you, man. Thanks for coming in, bro. Like, for those who want to know Richard, he's our
And now,
head coach
from the blue corner,
Gymkhana, head coach from Gymkhana MMA, Kathmandu. Thanks for coming, bro. Thanks for making this, like, let's have a good time, bro.
Thank you, Dewiz. I appreciate the support. And, yeah, so happy here, and I want to be here to show my support for the huge movement of mixed martial arts in this country.
And bro, so let's start tonight. The first fight is between the Sunnis and Navaraj Parajuli, you know. It's both of theirs amateur debut, but both of them have extensive background in kickboxing. And we just want to see how that rule set, how their skills transfers into MMA today.
Yeah, hey, well, this is Sanish in the cage right now.
Yep.
I tell you,
in the red corner.
He looks damn strong.
You think so?
Yeah, like, you know, it's crazy. These men are amateur athletes currently, but you can see this is martial arts, and you see how much dedication it takes. And even for amateur fights, these men turn up so conditioned.
So Sunnis, he represents lock and roll pump, while Navaraj in the blue corner, he represents lock and roll tap out. You know, so even though they are both lock and roll teams, they do not train with each other. Yeah. They haven't seen each other much in training rooms, so it's gonna be a good one today.
I've heard about Navaraj's kickboxing. I've heard it's strong. I'm interested to see what Sanish brings to the table here.
Navaraj comes from a Muay Thai background. Wow. He's been training MMA for the last, training his wrestling, his jiu-jitsu for the last 3 months. While Sunnis, is more of I personally feel Sunnis is more better all-round game in MMA, whereas Navaraj is more of the striking guy. So we'll have to see what's up. Our announcer for today, Prasiddha Kharka.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first fight of the night. Make some noise! So we have a total of 7 amateur fights.
We have a total of 7 amateur fights tonight and 2 professional fights. NWC 2, Ritesh Paswan versus Sunny Khatri. Yeah, man, Richard, you're right. Sunnis does look like Jack, bro.
I tell you, he looks mad conditioned. But so does Navaraj. Both look really strong. And I was just saying that even at amateur MMA, the amount of conditioning these athletes have to do is tremendous. So I'm excited to see who's going to win.
This could be anyone's game, bro. We can only sit there and speculate at this moment. But let's see as the game unfolds where these their skill sets lies facing up against each other.
If you're saying that Navaraj is more of a hybrid fighter, perhaps we'll see him take it to the ground. But from what I understand, Sanish wants to keep this on his feet. Let's find out.
NWC 2, thanks for tuning in.
Navaraj, no, Sanish is in his sumo stance. Let's go, let's go.
All right, here we go. NWC 2, first fight of the night. Navaraj versus Sunnis. Navaraj in the blue. Sunnis in the red. Probably feeling each other out in the first couple of minutes. Oh, Sunnis entering. Sunnis in the red.
Okay.
Navaraj in the blue.
There's a lot of movement from Nabaraj early on.
Oh,
Excellent kicks.
like I said earlier, I knew Nabaraj had a better kickboxing coming into this fight. All right.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
As you could see, Nabaraj didn't want to engage in the ground anymore. He just wants to keep the game standing, bro. Like Nabaraj he's just chopping the legs, dropping the legs.
I like Sanish's footwork. It's very basic, very simple. He's got the center cage. A few times he switched to southpaw. It could be a problem that inside low kick, and he keeps choosing to go southpaw. Back to orthodox now.
Sunny's giving new, different looks, different stance. What do you think the mindset for an amateur fighter should be coming into their first amateur fight?
Coming into the first amateur fight, there's going to be a lot of like high emotions, and you know it's the biggest learning experience of the fighter's life. Really, is that first fight. This is a huge moment for both these guys, as it's both their amateur debut. And you know, for some guys, let's try it out 1 time, 2 times. Am I for this? Do I want to keep going with this, or is it going to be a hobby? You know, like martial arts is always a hobby, but it can at the same time be a professional career, and these guys can shoot for the stars. So this is a huge learning experience for both. Wow.
Well, that was a good cross by Nabaraj. Landed flush on Sunny's right eye. You can see Sunny's. Oh, that's a push kick. See his kickboxing background coming to play right now.
Yeah.
Sunny's.
Sanish's footwork's good. Like, he's in range to shoot. He can get close enough to him. I'd like to see him go for a takedown because Nabaraj is looking really dangerous on his feet.
Yeah,
It's it'd be perhaps a safer place to be on the ground for Sanish.
People think wrestling is easy, bro. Like, it's not easy to shoot on people, you know.
Not at all.
Especially with your legs and limbs coming your way. You gotta set up the takedowns. You gotta set up your grappling game, the wall wrestling and everything.
The thing is, if Nabaraj can land his punch, then Sanish is in range to shoot for a single or double leg.
Gentlemen just feeling each other out in the first round of the fight. You got 10 seconds clapper. I feel Sunny's. Nabaraj ending the round. Time. Nabaraj ending the round. Solid. I think Nabaraj ran away with the first round, bro. What do you think?
So. That's a strong round for Nabaraj.
Yeah.
He controlled the pace of the fight. He done more damage.
You can see he's more comfortable in the ring right now as compared to Sunny's. He's a little more hesitant.
I think he couldn't land any of his shots, and like I feel like Sanish is holding back a little bit. I want to see him let go a bit more, but perhaps he should push him to the fence. But if it continues like that, you know, it's a good fight for Nabaraj.
Now both of the fighters feeling the first round. Nabaraj looking the lesser of the tired among the two. Sunny's taking the worst shots in this round.
I see Nabaraj doesn't want the stool, and I don't think the stool helps you much between rounds.
You think?
No, it doesn't help. Why do you need a rest? You know, you're in war. There's no sitting down.
Yeah,
he's on his feet. He wants to go.
Yeah. You see a lot of fighters choosing not to sit. You know.
I don't. Why rest between rounds? You got to go back out there and gear yourself up again. Let's see.
All right, second round. Nabaraj coming up more confident.
Can Sanish make the necessary adjustments? I like how he takes center cage early, but he needs to.
Sunny's is setting up his fakes, but not being able to follow it up with his takedowns or his shots or anything. He's doing a good job faking though, but he needs to follow it up with a lot of. You can see Nabaraj chopping the inside thigh. You know that's gonna. He's gonna.
I think Sanish should perhaps close his guard just a little bit. I think he's at a range deficit. He's very good. Double jab comes in, not quite close enough, but that was nice. He needs to be more active. If you can keep it up like that.
You can see Sunny does not like that inside kick that he's been hit with a bunch of times.
There, where he switches to southpaw yet again. But clean. Very good, very good.
See, you can clearly see that leg kicks paying dividends now. Sunny's been swept twice, but you can see Nabaraj not very confident on the ground against Sunny's. He clearly knows Sunny's has advantage on the ground. He clearly does not want to go to the ground. Well, Navaraj wants to keep it standing. Navaraj flying, letting the shots fly. He's still more calculated about his shot. Like you said, there's a clear reach
The
deficit.
guard's tighter now. I like to see that, but I just think, look, he's not winning the strike, and he should try and change the situation.
For the bleachers.
Has he been caught? He might have been
He
caught.
goes caught with a check left, check hook. Navaraj can feel that Sunnis is tired, and he's on the back foot now. Navaraj going to pounce on him now. You can see him loading up the shots, setting it up.
Wow.
Oh, Sunnis wants more, bro. He's asking for more. He's like,
Yes.
let's go.
The body language from Sanish is he's kind of retreating a bit, and he's letting his opponent like unload on him. He turned his back. Like, this is why we do these amateur fights. He's got to improve these things before he ever wants to go up to pro. But hey, it's a solid performance from both sides. But the fortunate thing in MMA, we're not just competing in one dimension. We're competing in wrestling, we're competing in jiu-jitsu, we're competing in kickboxing. And the kickboxing doesn't seem to be favouring Sanish. So I want to see Sanish drop for the legs. I want him to get that fight to the ground, and he can change this whole situation for himself.
You can see Sunny's bleeding through his nose. He's took a amount of check hooks and a straight on his nose, and that might affect his breathing a little bit.
What Sanish needs to do, he needs to throw something to drop for the legs. He's either boxing or he goes for the takedown. He needs to use this boxing as a smoke screen to get to the takedown. You know, I see he shot a couple times and he hesitated on that shot. He didn't set it up.
What do you think? This was Navaraj's round again, bro.
Yet again, a strong
We
round.
are no judge, but from a commentator's standpoint, I think that was 2-0 for
It's
Navaraj.
another round for Navaraj in my eyes. You know, the fight is scored on damage, and he's the one doing the damage. You know, if Sanish could get him down, get some control time on the clock, that'd be good. But the way I see it, I think Sanish has to look for a finish in this last round.
Well, for those who just tuned in, this is the first fight of the night. Navaraj in the blue corner, and we have Sunnis in the red. Going into the third round, Navaraj doing the most of the damage and on stand-up, while the fight has not been to the ground yet. So Sunnis has not been able to impose his game plan, which was to take him down. I interviewed him yesterday, and he was like he wants to take the fight to the ground, but unfortunately, the fight has been standing up right now, and the doctors had a quick look at Sunnis' nose. I think they're good to go.
Round 3.
The crowd enjoying the fight, bro.
First fight of the night. The crowd are electric here. And we go. Let's go.
Sunnis.
Okay.
Okay, time. They got a time
There's
out.
some water on the canvas.
There's water
there.
for the.
See, the problem is with the canvases, sometimes where there's vinyl and there's a logo on it, it can be sweaty.
So quickly, I would just
easy
like to
to
give
slip.
Richard's background. Richard is a brown belt, my co-commentator tonight, Richard Mearns from the UK. He's a coach at Gymkhana Muay Thai Kathmandu, one of the leading gyms in Nepal. We are all working together to bring MMA to a better standard in Nepal. That's our quest in life. Richard is a pro fighter himself, but right now his focus is on the athletes he works with in Kathmandu. And him and I, we're just friends. We get together, trying to have a good time, watching some good fights tonight, and trying to explain to our viewers back home what MMA is all about. We're trying this is also our first gig as a commentator. How are you liking it so far, bro?
I'm loving it, actually. The atmosphere here is great. I think crowd are loving it. And what a fight to like kick things off.
Bro, Nepalese people love fighting, and they like a little bit of beer and fighting. You know, you can't go wrong, brother.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Fighting is something that I think connects everyone. It's a beautiful thing, and everyone gets it. Everybody loves it.
All right, third round, first fight. Navaraj on the lead with the strikes at Holyfield.
Final
Sunnis
round.
gotta come out hard, bro, in this round. He cannot sit back. You gotta let it fly. You gotta.
See, it's good forward. There we go. He needs to drop for them legs.
But I still feel he's telegraphing his level changes. You know, Navaraj can say,
Yes.
that overhand was well thrown. But
That's when he needs to shoot, when he's throwing good boxing combinations like that. Then he can get to the legs. You got to show your opponent, like, here's the threat with my hands. No, I'm going for the takedown. But he's looking good now. He's got to finish if he wants his victory.
We got the fight on the screen. For those watching home, Navraj in the blue.
Oh, very good. I see Navraj isn't committing to the ground.
Navraj doesn't want any part of the ground game, bro. Like,
No.
Navraj just wants, he's letting Sunnis up on the stand. He'd rather use his hands and legs to, oh my God, that was a good kick, bro.
He knows where he's winning, and he's going to keep the game in that field.
His strategy is clear. He just wants to stand and bang. There is no room for, he does not want to take it. Sunnis, he needs to take the fight to the ground now. The crowd loving it live here out of Tap Out venue. Tickets all sold out. I hope people are enjoying tuning into Paradigm TV live.
Okay.
All right, the first takedown of the night.
Now we go.
Sunnis bombard. Sunnis taking the seatbelt, bro. What do you think Sunnis should be doing right now?
Well, it's looking good for him, but maybe it's a little too late. He's got 1 minute to work. He has to go all out for the finish. So I'd say he should just be working the ground and pound. You know, if he goes heavy with the ground and pound, then Sanish might present his back. But
Navraj up, bro. Navraj up. The takedown. There was not much damage with the takedown, though.
45 seconds to work. 45 seconds to work.
It's heating up now, bro. Sunnis knows he needs to hunt for the fight. He needs to hunt for the finish.
Very good. See, he can shoot. We should have seen this earlier on.
The 30 seconds to the fight. Navraj just needs to be intelligent about his game right now. He should not be doing anything silly, while Sunnis should be taking all the risk right now. These two gentlemen are swinging for it, bro, right now.
Hey, what a fight this is. Oh, wow. Okay, on top.
Is the guillotine in? No, his head's out, bro. His head's out.
You see, the problem with amateur rounds, it's only 3 minutes to work.
Yeah, people at home need to understand that the amateur fights are 3 minute, 3 rounds, while the last 2 fights are professional fights. It's gonna be 5 minutes, 3 rounds.
Yeah. And when we see the fight on the feet, it's a very fast-paced environment, lots of kicks, lots of punches. But if you're more of a grappler, you need more time to work. You gotta get your opponent down. That's a task in itself. And then you need a few minutes to actually work the finish. You know, to defeat the opponent, to take the fight out of them. And I think
replay on screen, bro. You can see.
I think Sanish just, you know, he switched up the strategy just 1 round too late. You know.
Yeah.
I think round 1 was enough to show that Nabaraj was the stronger striker. But we see Sanish had some good success with the takedowns in this round, but I think it's a little too late.
A little too late, in my opinion, too, bro. Sunnis did good, like he did good work in the 3rd round, but there wasn't enough time.
His hips are low, his ground's good.
I like the way Navraj was chopping the legs in the 1st round, though.
Yes.
It was a good investment on the legs.
Yeah.
You could see Sunnis a little light-footed after eating more than like 10 kicks in the 1st round itself.
Choosing not to engage when Sanish is on his back, but just hack the legs away, keep him busy so the action keeps going. It's a good strategy.
The judges working on the scorecard.
I think what a fight to open the night.
For those who are tuning in right now, this is the end of the 1st fight. We were awaiting the results for the fight. Navraj Parajuli in the blue versus Sunnis in the red corner. Tonight, our main event, our feature bout is Sunny Khatri versus Ritesh Paswan. What do you think about that fight, bro?
I think it's going to be a great fight, actually. Both these men are highly respected on the South Asian MMA circuit. They've got a good reputation, each of them. I've seen Sunny fight before. First time for me seeing Ritesh fight, but I'm familiar with both of them.
Ritesh comes from the Dojang MMA Guwahati, while Sunny, he been training in 2 different gyms for this one. All right, let's see who's got the nod of the judges for this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, Your winner by unanimous decision from the blue corner.
It was a good fight, good experience for both of them. I would like for them to work more on their game, get more opportunities to.
I think Nabaraj is going to be very happy with that performance. I'd say he won round 1 and 2 convincingly, round 3 possibly, but Sanish, I think, should be so proud of what he did tonight. It was his first fight. You know, your first fight, you have to overcome so much.
I don't know what he's talking about, bro. Who's that guy?
Because he's my inspiration and actually so please come on the case.
Alright, so for those who don't know, he's asked Robindra to just show his face in the cage briefly.
I think Robindra is somewhere around here. If you're nearby, please come on the gate, inside the gate. Okay, I think he's not around. Thank you, Nabaraj.
Ravindra must be a huge inspiration for these fighters.
Yeah, a lot of Nepalese fighters look up to Robindra, you know, like where his path has been to one championship and all that. You can see him entering the cage right now.
I think, you know, he's showing what's possible for these young fighters coming out of Nepal.
Thank you, Robindra, for leading Nepal into a global stage, bro. I'm a huge fan of Robindra too. What he's done in such a short amount of time with such limited resources and backing, you know.
Yeah.
He's the man right now in the Nepalese MMA to lead us into.
You can feel and hear he's well loved by everybody here.
Much respected, you know. He represents Nepal and our gym lock and roll with his, like with everything he has, you know. So it couldn't be a better person to be representing Nepal in a stage that he is right now. Unfortunately, his last fight, it was a close fight. It just showed that we need to work on some parts of his game, and I'm sure in the new year he'll be back on the one banner again and making more bigger statements going forward.
You know, I think when you're the first to do it, you're going to be met with huge resistance. There's going to be many problems that, you know, other people might have already figured out, but I think when you're doing it for yourself, and there's so many mountains to climb, and I feel like what he's done is huge, and he's shown what's possible for the local community, and there are other young lads that can follow in his footsteps now.
Yeah, going back to the main event, bro. Sunny Khatri, he trains out of Warriors Cove, Gurgaon, and the Ultimate Fitness in Mumbai. So yeah, I'm just waiting. This is a 57 kg bout, flyweight bout, and I'm excited, bro. Like these two gentlemen, I saw them live yesterday in the weigh-ins, looking
The referee for this next fight.
good, looking ready. And
A few things I'd like to say about this. I'll wait for the next fight to come in, and I want to talk about this fight. It's really exciting.
the main event one.
Main event.
Yeah.
Main
So
event.
our next fight.
From the red corner, Danny Lama.
There's been some.
Danin Lama fighting out of Akraman MMA.
Yeah, Danin Lama, he comes from Akraman MMA in Sikkim. There's a community building up in Sikkim too right now.
Yes.
And Danin Lama and our co-main event today, Bisal Sahu, they are leading the charge for the Sikkimese MMA. So Danin Lama is fighting Sangam Lamgare from Pokhara. And so yeah, we're just waiting for them to enter.
This is Elite Muay Thai on the screen
Yes.
right now, actually.
Elite Muay Thai Pokhara. This is one of the Muay Thai gyms in Pokhara. Sangam is a 18-year-old. Both of them are 18-year-old guys. Making Danny Lama has already had one MMA fight before. While as Sangam, he comes from a more kickboxing background.
Yes. So I guess for Sangam, he perhaps want to keep the strategy similar to what we saw in the first fight. I'd expect Sangam to keep this on the feet, but as Danim Lama has more MMA experience.
I have seen both of them fight, bro.
Yeah.
Like, Danin is a dog, man. He comes
really?
to fight.
Yeah.
I love Danin's last fight. I saw he came to fight hard. He like you said, he does not encourage the ground fight. He likes to keep it standing, keep
Yeah.
it banging. While Sangam Lamgade too, he's from a Muay Thai background. I'm guessing he wants no part of the ground too.
I see. So do you think we're going to see a like exciting stand-up war?
Yeah,
here?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I think Danin. I spoke to Danin yesterday. I did not have the chance to speak to Sangam because he came to the weigh-ins a little late. I did not have the time. But Danin, I spoke to him. He sounded confident. He looked confident.
Yeah.
He wanted to do He wanted to do a lot of boxing
Yeah.
going in.
I see. So what we can expect is an electric stand-up performance, but who knows? In MMA, you never know what's going to
Never
happen.
know. That's
You
why
never
we
know.
love this sport, brother. You never know what's gonna happen.
I tell you, watching fights live, there's nothing better.
Bro, I'm having
everything
a great
changes
time,
in a
bro.
second.
I'm having a great time, bro.
Yeah.
Safe to say we got the best seats in the house
Oh,
at the
for sure.
commentary box. And
We can hear the sound of the hits from this corner.
bro, you and I, we both like, all right, we have Daniel Lama entering the arena, representing India, Sikkim. Bro, I like this guy, man. He's just 18-year-old, and with a little, I would say they have limited resources too. You know, they do not have good coaching. They do
Yeah.
not have a good infrastructure like most of us in Nepal do not.
I
But-
mean, I think for people watching around the world, what they need to understand is that they're seeing a huge movement here. You know, mixed martial arts is a new sport to the world, and I think now we're seeing a huge wave in North India, Nepal, and all these fighters are coming up. And those
Yeah.
might not know, these fighters, they do struggle to find the coaching, they struggle to find the facilities,
That's
the
Rusal
nutrition.
Gole. That's Rusal Gole in the screen, and his teammates Chaman and Bisal. They have a small, tight-knit team, bro. Like, these are all dogs coming from Sikkim, you know.
Yes.
When they knew that NWC2 was going down, they personally hit me up and they're like, they will do anything to fight in Nepal. And you just want to hear that kind of hunger from fighters, you know. You don't, us as promoters and people making the matchup, we do not want to be like begging people to fight.
Oh, no.
We need people who reach out to us and tell us they need a fight. So Danin was one of them. He really wanted this fight, and here he is getting the shot to show.
I tell you what, you say he's only 18 years old.
Both of them, just 18 years old.
Well, he looks like he's turned up in shape and ready.
Bro, his straps are, bro, look at his lats, man.
Abs on him. You know, I think what's exciting to see when you see him in the cage at 18 years old,
Bro, he's got a swagger too.
you know they're not even going to hit the prime to like
Far
late
from,
20s.
yep.
And so it could be a bright future for these guys.
And from the blue corner, Sangam Namgade.
All right, Sangam's another 18-year-old kid from Pokhara. Man, this guy is jacked. I saw him at the weigh-ins yesterday. Unfortunately, I didn't have the time to speak to him extensively. But, man, this guy looks like he's in shape. And
this is his coach, Bishal.
Vishal from
Vishal.
Elite Muay Thai. And let's see, it's Pokhara versus Sikkim, man.
I was lucky enough to visit these guys in Pokhara one time. We had some really good training, but good environment there. The gym seemed like they gel well, and I love it when I visit these gyms and everyone's just having a great time. It's always like a big family, this mixed martial arts community.
We at NWC, NWC does not only just stand for Kathmandu people, you know.
Yes.
We want fighters from all over Nepal and neighboring states and countries who even resonate with the Nepali sentiment.
Yeah.
We want them to take this stage and take a run with it.
Yes.
And this platform is for fighters like these, you know, Sangam and Danin.
Yes.
At amateur level, me as a coach, and I feel it's more than the win and loss. It should be more about them getting the competition energy, the
Yes.
competition experience, and look not much into their record of the amateur. Obviously, you want to get the win, but you want to get that rub. you know?
Here's where they got to get their experience in before they dream of going professional. So I've heard that Sangam has got some karate experience. I'll be excited to see what kicks he brings to this fight.
Yeah, they already had previous amateur experience.
This next fight is taking place in the bantamweight division. Introducing first, from the blue corner, Fighting out of Akraman MMA from Sikkim, India, weighing in at 62 kgs, standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, age 18, with a record of 1 win and 1 loss, Danin Lama! And his opponent, fighting out of Elite Muay Thai from Pokhara, Nepal, weighing in at 60 kgs, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, age 18, with a record of 1 win and no loss.
I must say the broadcast looks pretty good, man, this time around. Paradigm TV doing an awesome job bringing the fights live to people at home who could not come and witness it live in the arena, I hope.
I think this is why we saw so many fighters hungry to be on the platform. There's a big opportunity for them to shine, and it's they got the stage. The stage is set for them to show their talent.
I would like to thank you again for joining us in the commentary booth today, Richard.
Yeah,
all right, bro. This is gonna be a banger. Trust me on that.
Just trying to fill out their range.
Nice, starting out with a chop in the legs, Danin. Sangam being more patient with his approach, controlling the cage, controlling the center of the cage.
So Sangam in the red and Danim in the blue.
Yes, sir.
It's good to see these amateurs being patient. You know, it's not a rush. You can see they're calculating their movements.
Setting up the fakes and setting up the low kicks behind the fakes. How important do you think fakes and feints are when engaging?
Really important, because you need to get a read on what your opponent's going to do. Wow!
There's a shot by that. Oh my! That was a good takedown attempt, but you can see
nice double leg there. Just some lacking of ground fundamentals, but it's good to see. I don't know where this fight's going to go now. Is it going to stay striking?
So Richard, what do you think in an exchange like this where Danin shoots for a takedown, but he is not able to secure the takedown and control? What goes through a fighter's mind when that happens?
Well, it's hard work getting them down. If you take the man down and you get reversed immediately, it's a lot of energy spent to be in a negative position. But I think when he shoots for the takedown there, he has to just keep his hips low. He's got to keep his center of mass close to the mat. You know, when his hips get elevated, he's easily being swept. It's all just a game of forces, leverage, pressure. Pressure is the most important thing when we hit the mat.
Oh, this Sangam guy looks jacked.
Strong kicks.
It's good to see these amateur fighters understanding the importance of low kicks, you know, setting it up and moving it upstairs after that. See, you can see Sangam throwing the leg and he's switched one up. A good read by Danin. I personally think when you do secure a takedown, regardless of even if you secure the takedown or not, but it does give the fighter something to worry about, like this time.
Yes.
See?
So sorry, Danim in the red, is it?
No, Danin also.
Sangam. Now Sangam has to think twice before throwing a leg kick. You know, his kicks are really nice, but every time he throws that kick, there's danger he's going to get taken down. You know, the kick cost him. So I think Danin's doing a great job here by mixing it up.
Sangam's got to have some urgency trying to get up and not be comfortable in the bottom.
I think if he can get a foot on the hip, one foot on the hip, he can start to create some space. But he's got control of Danin's posture.
Personally, I'm not a big fan of fighters throwing shots from the bottom, you know.
No.
I think their first goal should be to try and work your way up, not accept the bottom position.
We need to understand this is not jiu-jitsu, this is MMA, so things have changed. And it's not a good place to be underneath.
How would you score that round, bro?
I believe it's Danin's round.
Yeah.
I think, you know, it's close fought on the feet, but I think the two takedowns just edged it for him. Okay, the first takedown doesn't score because his opponent's up to his feet so quickly, but with the second takedown, he got some good control time on the clock, landed some ground and pound, and I think that's enough just to score the round for him. Yeah, there's that leg kick. Picks the leg kick, goes for the takedown straight into guard. But I feel like
there, Sangam, in the replay you could see he was just holding on to the holding on to Danin and minimizing the damage he could inflict from top.
So maybe Sangam's not so confident in the guard position. You know, from there he needs to be creating space to stand up, so foot on the hip, putting some shields in place. But he had his opponent's posture down, so I assume he'd be looking for triangles, guillotine, but he didn't throw up any submissions from there. I think he was just trying to survive.
We at Nepal, we do not have an extensive background in grappling. You know, it is very new to us, and people are doing their work. And
similar issue with these Indian fighters as well, but the movement's moving so quickly.
Right, second round. Danin coming in hard. Inside.
Nice inside low.
I really like it when fighters do that level change fake too, you know? Not
Yes.
just the kick fake, the hand fake, but in MMA, the level change fake. I am sure Fangam is thinking about the takedown again.